Episode 10, Why I Love Voting and Voters. Welcome back for our final episode together. I'm Richard Bell. As you may have guessed by now, I love voting and voters. I love pressing the button, pulling the lever, that's old school for those over 40, touching the screen, or filling out the paper ballot. Every time I do it, I get chills up my spine. I mean, literally, chills up my spine. I feel so proud to be an American when participating in the patriotic act of voting. How patriotic is it to vote? Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "Voting is the foundation stone of democracy." He knew it is the right from which all other rights are exercised. Without voting, we are not a democracy. Without voting, we are not America. Without voting, we are ruled against our will. How important is voting? Our nation's history is filled with eras when voting was not a right for African Americans, women, Native Americans, and others. Many protested for that right. Many marched for that right. Many died for that right. Never take the right to vote for granted. Never sit on that right. Never sit out an election. You now have all of the basic information you need to become a voter for life. You're smart. You're open. You're an engaged citizen. You make me very proud that you participated as a curious viewer through these 10 episodes. I did my best to give you some basic tools, provide some important resources like vote.org and 866-OUR-VOTE, 866-687-8683, and hopefully I gave you a little inspiration to become a voter for life. The rest is up to you, my friends. I leave you with the words of two of my favorite voting rights heroes. Two heroic resistors who paved the way so many millions were able to gain the right to vote. First, one of the original 19th century advocates to get women the right to vote, Susan B. Anthony, who said, "Someone struggled for your right to vote. Use it." Finally, Fannie Lou Hamer, an icon of the 1960s civil rights movement and voting rights movement, who reminded us, whether you have a PhD or no D, we're in this bag together. Two women who should never be forgotten for their courage and conviction. See you during the next election. Vote and vote early, early, early. And for the umpteenth and final time, use vote.org and 866-OUR-VOTE, 866-687-8683, and learn your state's rules on voting now. Thank you so much for participating as a voter at a time when the fundamental right to vote is under attack in many states. Your vote cannot be suppressed if you educate yourself about your state's rules on vote.org and get help by calling 866-OUR-VOTE, 866-687-8683. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring about your right to vote. Thank you for your time, my dedicated voter. See you at the polls or at the drop box. You make me very proud. You make your country very proud. So long.